Elflings, it's Nico. It's actually Thursday when I'm taping this, so happy Thanksgiving. Probably late because I will upload this when I get home, and it will be Friday, Black Friday. So, there's a lot that's happening this week, but it hasn't happened yet. It all starts tomorrow. All of the adoptions and sales, so let me at least fill you in what I was doing this week, other than recovering from the Claremont Comic-Con. That has been a recovery process. It is a stress that I willingly put myself through, but it is very hard to recover from. It takes days. And this one completely wiped me out. Kevin was not feeling horribly well. He was sleepy. He didn't sleep well. So he wasn't really feeling good and talkative at the Comic-Con. So I was the talkative one to everybody, every single person. I was the talkative one. It wasn't, this is my half of the table, this is your half of the table, we pay attention to our halves and cross over when we need to. There was none of that this year. Or, well, yeah, this year there. And he's usually really good, but he had a hard week at work. I don't blame him, and he didn't sleep well. So I'm just happy he was there to drive me, because he's a really good driver. I'm a good driver too, but I would rather be waking up in the car when it's, 7 in the morning than having to pay attention to the road already. But he is a really good driver, and I made sure he was awake enough to drive. Thankfully he was. That way I could just finish putting on my makeup and get whatever ready, try to rest a little bit. The con was great. We did a lot better than expected. A lot better, which is nice. Still want to do more. Like, sale-wise, I still want to do more at a con. But this is only my 5th convention ever. Technically 6, because last year there was a Christmas market that a con put on, so it was like a little baby con thing. But I did a lot better. It was surprising. Stuff sold that I didn't expect to sell whatsoever, and other stuff sold that I expected to sell. It didn't really sell, so it was good. And it's really weird. I'm glad I'm able to talk with other vendors, because they really have no idea of what is going to be the hot new thing everybody wants to get this year. But I did have a lot of people actually come up and talk to me about my art, which was a first. It was amazing. I got to see a couple of magical moments, and they happen with little girls. That is a movie poster, in case you keep seeing Wonder Woman's head off to the side. So yes, there's 3 absolutely magical moments that happened at the convention for me at my table, and it all had to do with little girls choosing an item from my table. It was so sweet. The first one is a father, and he had 2 daughters, and they were dressed up in like princess ball gowns. They were really cute. One was in a pink gown, I think. One was in a white gown, and they're just so cute. And the oldest of the 2 couldn't have been any older than 8, maybe. She might have been 9. I don't think so. I think 9's pushing it. But they fell in love with the big unicorn horns they have. They range from something like that to like a foot. And they were each going to get one, and Dad asked the price, and I told him like it's between $5 and $20 depending on the size you want and how much it's embellished. And he was like, okay. He was more than willing to go for it, and I saw the girls, they were just like, oh, that's a lot of money. So I took out my $5 fancy unicorn horn charms that I brought, and I had them in my hand, and the little girls picked out a unicorn horn charm each that they wanted, and then I made it into a necklace for them on some ribbon necklaces that I brought, and I let them pick out their colors. And the father was so amazing. These girls were very into the magic. They loved my elf ears, and the father actually played along with this scenario I've had running in my head, that Kevin has brought me from the elven realm to the human realm to offer my magical wares to human goers of conventions and stuff. Fairs, conventions, whatever. I had like a little elven merchant. And the father actually just like, bam, that's kind of what he said exactly. I didn't drop my jaw, thankfully, But I was very enthusiastically playing along, making sure that I wasn't using any type of accent because I wanted to interact with the girls, and he was like a narrator in the background that they were paying attention to. It was really magical. It was better than a Disney moment, honestly, for me to see their faces and their reaction to all of the magical things that I was offering, especially the unicorn horns, the little miniature unicorns. They asked me how I got the unicorn horns, the bigger size, and I told them it's like clipping your nails. I just trim a bit of the unicorn's horn off with their permission, and they allowed me to decorate them and to offer them to people. And so that's what happened, and I still play that off with the little tiny bottled unicorn horn necklaces and regular charms. That's how I get my unicorn horns, especially when younger children ask me at a con. That's how I do it. It was so much fun. It was so fun to be so in sync with that dad who was so into letting his girls just have a magical experience. He didn't even butt in at all. He really was just like a narrator in the background. And he let them take their time, and I'm making the necklaces, and the girls are oohing and ahhing. And I gave one girl her necklace, and her father put it on, and she was admiring it, and I gave the other girl her necklace, and her father put that one on. It was so sweet. That is my number one favorite magical moment of the 3 top magical moments I had at this con. And they also, it was really sweet. There is one little girl who came to my table last year and picked out a single Chibimon, and she stopped at my table at least 10 times last year before actually shyly whispering to her dad, asking if it was okay. And he is a big buff guy. He is one of those guys you don't want to make mad because you know if he snaps, you're gonna get snapped in half. But he's like a big puppy dog. He was so sweet and kind, and he kept playing with her. And he's like, talk to me like you're at home. You yell at me at home. Raise your voice so I can hear you, because the conventions are pretty loud. So she came to my table this year, and right away she knew what she wanted. I mean, she was looking at everything, and she saw the unicorn horns and asked about the price. And again, the little girl's like, oh, that's $5 is kind of a lot. And he's like, you could have anything on this table, sweetheart. Anything on this table you can have. You just have to pick it out and ask for it. And so she took this very seriously. I kid you not, it was almost 25 minutes of her pondering at the table at each little piece and picking it up and inspecting it and putting it down. And after she got done with the mystical side that I had roughly on one half the table, she went to the more fan art side, and she saw the Chibimons, and she started exclaiming over how cute they were. And 25 very quiet, pondering minutes later, she came out with a single Chibimon. And I don't even care, because she really enjoyed it. And the dad had the patience of a saint. He really did. And she was so sweet to talk to last year, and she was really great to interact again this year. And she kind of remembered me from the eyes on the Chibimon that I do, because I do their eyes a little differently than my other chibis. And then the third magical moment, which I think is the most heartwarming one to me, is that another little girl was at the table, and she was at least, I want to say 10 to 12 age range. And her mom had been at the table, like walked around before, and she stopped at the table and she saw everything. And she's like, oh, the Pokemon. Oh my gosh, you have unicorns. Look, you have dragons. And then she saw the unicorn horns, and her eyes kind of lit up, and she's just like, those are really pretty. And she asked her mom how much spending money she had, and her mom just asked me how much are the unicorn horns. So I told her the price range depending on the size and whatever. It doesn't and again, I don't know what it is with a $5 to $20 price range, because the horns really are small, too big, but some of them are a couple of the smaller ones are really elaborate, and some of the bigger ones are rather simple. So a big one is not necessarily going to be very expensive. It doesn't matter, because I didn't actually write the prices out on them at this con. I just didn't take the time to do that. But She was like, oh, okay. She was just going to settle for a little unicorn horn charm. And our mom kind of saw that she was settling, but she seemed pleased with it. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, you brought food.
I brought some food.
My husband came in with some food. Is there other food?
No.
Okay.
You get half of it.
Okay. That's very sweet of you. It smells really good. He brought in pizza. Back to this story really quickly. You know, the mom was just like, no, I don't want you to settle on something. You have, thank you, sweetie. You have to look at the table and pick the item you really, really want. So she narrowed it down to the unicorn horns. Are you taking it out there?
I'm eating this downstairs.
Okay, good luck. So she narrowed it down to the unicorn horns that she wanted. She wanted one of them, and she was just gonna settle with one. And she's going back and forth between a couple. And her mom literally stopped her 3 or 4 times. Is like, it doesn't matter what I think of it. The price on these does not matter. You have to get the unicorn horn that speaks to you. Get the one you like the most. It doesn't matter if I don't like it the most. You have to like it the most because you are getting it. And she actually settled on my favorite unicorn horn. It's a very tall purple one, and I like knocked $5 down off the price. I gave it to him for $15. And it was so pretty. And it was such a perfect match for this little girl who I knew wanted that purple one. I knew she did. Especially just the way her eyes kept going to it, but she was gonna settle for something she didn't want quite as much. It was so magical to see that mother just encourage that little girl to get something that's meaningful to her and not just, settle for something you think somebody else will like. But those are the top 3 magical moments at the Claremont Comic-Con. I loved them. I am finally recovering a bit. I'm actually wearing a necklace I got. This is a pink dragonfly metal glittered pendant necklace that I got from an elfling who also has a table there. She is much more involved in the con circuit than I am. Kelly and her daughter do tables, and I got this from their table and a whole bunch of other necklaces and stuff because, oh my god, I love their stuff. And then I didn't get these at the con, but these are from Goodest Creations. I keep going back to wearing these, and I have so many sets and I need so many more, but this just, I don't know, it felt kind of nice today. Anyway, that was a con. It was fun. This week I have been working on Spotlight Market Night. Trying to see where I put them. They're probably underneath and I can't reach them. Yeah, they're inside a container right now that I can't get to because my camera is set on it. I have 10, the plan is 10 winter unicorn horns charms to offer with beautiful AB crystal snowflakes attached to them. And the unicorn horn charms are bigger. They're like twice the size of my normal charms. And they have, I want to say 5 to 6 of the glass antique rhinestones. And one of those antique rhinestones is a blue cat eye on each one. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I like it. I like it very much. But they are very fancy. They're pretty fancy. And they are a custom mix of clay that I did that actually turned out differently in color shades on each one. So each one is slightly different. And I have to get pictures of those tomorrow because I did not buy enough of the AB snowflake crystals. Slightly panicking. I'm okay. I also need silver jump rings. That's okay. I can get them. I'm coming back up here tomorrow. I'm going to have a girls' night. Hopefully not to be interrupted by a hospital call. I hope. And I will work on them there before the market night. But the unicorn horn charms are done. I just got to make the attachment. So yes, that's what's happening for that. I have a treasure chest and a covered jar, so 2 new styles of sculptures that I have done that is very heavily, what is the word? Influenced by needlepoint. Influenced is the word I was looking for. That will be, we have 3 tiers that we can post in, and we're allowed to have items in each tier. So the first tier is one or a set of items similar in design up to the number of 10 multiples. So you can like have like 10 unicorn horn charms for that tier, and there's a price limit of $15. The second tier, you can have 2 items with the price limit of $55. My 2 are not $55. They're not. They're pretty sweet, but I don't think they're $55. And then the next tier has no limit cap, and my next tier is actually a little expensive. And I have it right there. It's really cute. He's adorable. I'm pretty sure it's a he. It looks like a he. I'm gonna show you guys. I still need to do the final glaze on him, but I brought him up here, up to Ocala today to paint him, to finish painting him. He was almost all painted last night. I just had to get the details on his back painted and glittered because he has a lot of glitter in different places. So let me put him up in my hand. He's a very big boy. This is a little winter fox spirit. I'm going to be very gentle. And each one of these loopies are done by hand. Everything. All the little impressions, all of that is all just individually done. And this is glitter. I don't know if the glitter is going to show. Probably not. I don't want a chance breaking him. And then his back, all the back details are glittered, even that. So that is glittered. These are glitter. Yep. He's a very big boy. I have to measure him when I get home. He is a wintry fox spirit. I love him, and he has glass eyes. Like black glass eyes. So yes, this is going to be in my 3rd tier range. He's gonna be, I'm going to say $95 shipped. He's a lot of work. And luckily, I figured out how I wanted him done in a combination of my nine-tailed fox spirit body style, along with this new influenced by I can brain today, needlepoint style. Wow. So yes, this is needlepoint influence on these details. There, you can see his tail detail a little bit better. He just needs his final glaze and he'll be finished. I'm very happy with him. I'm very proud of him. He is, you can see he is pretty big. So that's him. Gonna put him down very gently. Yes. I'm very happy with him. I really am. I hope whoever gets him loves him so much. So 2 sales tomorrow that I am a part of. I am having a Comic-Con adoption like I always do the week after a Comic-Con, but it's a Black Friday Comic-Con adoption, so there's something special. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Friday night, whatever day this is uploaded, it is Friday night, 7 o'clock, Black Friday. Everything I am offering, I've pulled a whole bunch of my Comic-Con stock, specific Comic-Con stock, to be offered, and it will have an additional 20% off your total purchase before shipping. Got that? I got you guys. I want you guys to be able to get stuff for presents and for pretties for yourself. And then there is the Spotlight Market night tomorrow night, and a crap ton of artists are going to be a part of it. I've seen a lot of previews. They're very, very pretty. Oh my gosh, there's stuff that I want. I cannot wait to see everything that everybody has done. That starts tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I know Giddish Creations is having a sale at 8 o'clock Eastern Time too, which is okay because I can post. I'll be watching Giddish page because there's at least one maybe 2 pairs of earrings I want, because I'm mature and I need them. Anyway, so I can watch the page, claim the earrings, and then post my stuff shortly after 8, because it's not a stringent 8 o'clock spotlight market night posting. Whoa. Then I am taking part of the Small Business Saturday, and I have stuff in my Etsy shop that is not Comic-Con stock related whatsoever. I'll be reopening that Saturday. And everything through Saturday through Monday will be on sale, because Small Business Saturday, I guess it's like no spend Sunday, spend, especially if you're supporting a small business, and Cyber Monday. So I will have my Etsy sale run through those 3 days with 20% off. Totally forgot Sunday existed when I posted my announcement, because I said it was only 2 days. Doesn't matter. That's all the stuff that I know is happening for sure, sales and adoptions. Next event that I am doing, oh my gosh, this video is long. I hope I'm not boring you. Wow, it's like 21 minutes. Anyway, the next event I'm doing is on the 9th of December. It is a craft fair in Lecanto, Florida. I'll have a table on the inside building, I hope. That's where I was told my table will be, is on the inside. And I will be offering lots of stuff. I have lots of stuff, lots of ideas, how to do a lot of stuff. I will be focusing on Christmas stuff and some more fantasy things for sure. I'm going to do some more needlepoint style things. I might do some full-size Christmas ornaments in the needlepoint style, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what actually happens. So yes, that's my weekly update, Elflings. It was a long one, but if I have a Comic-Con story, it usually ends up being a long one, and I was way too tired during my live chat on Monday, which I ended way too early because I was exhausted. I couldn't. I had no energy. So I needed to share. Alright, Elflings, I love you. I'm going to eat that food my husband brought in before it gets horribly cold. It smells really, really good. Oh, last bit of information, I watched the movie Coco today. It is really good. I cried very hard at the end, but it's really, 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 really good. And it's not about a dog, oddly enough. I thought Coco was about a dog, but it's not. But it's still a really good movie, and I would definitely see it again. Alright, Elflings, I love you. Bye!